Welcome to another edition of the Inside Scoop with
Sam McKinney,
Andrea Daggett,
and Cassie Trump. Funding provided by the State of Michigan and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009.
the in-school youth finished up last week to get ready to go back to school. Here are some pictures of the team who finished.
The girls at the county clerk's office are doing a great job. We talked to their supervisor, Janae Cooper. Here's what she had to say.
Their main responsibility was to file all of the pleadings in the circuit court files, which would be criminal, civil, and personal protection order type cases, as well as they scanned several documents and just miscellaneous tasks as requested. It benefited this office as well as the community in the fact that we house all the vital records for Ionia County, and what they did was scanned in our birth and death indexes, which are very large in old books because our records go back to 1867 for birth and death. So of course these books are very old and the paper's fragile, and so they scan those in so we can actually get on our computers now and look the record up, as well as they have been scanning in several of the individual birth records themselves. So when people come in, rather than us having to go in the back and pull the record, we should just be able to do that right off of our computer for several of the records. Not all of them yet, because that's quite a task, but at this point it'll just make it easier, and hopefully at some point we can actually put our indexes online so people can actually do some of their own research that way. I think they've all done a great job. We had Yolanda, Kenny, Alice, and Cassie now, and they've all just done a terrific job. We were very happy with it, and I want to thank Michigan Works for offering this program, and I'm very happy to take advantage of it.
Yolanda Cooper works at the Ionia Library this summer. We talked to Sharon Vanette, her supervisor, and she had a lot of good things to say.
We had Yolanda do a variety of things. We had her start out by straightening the books on the shelves. During summer reading program, they get very messy. That gave her a chance to learn the collection. I did have her do some shelving once she learned where the different collections of books were. We had her also do a big project where we took magazines from the last year and deleted them off the computer, and then moved our 2008 magazines upstairs to make room for all the 2009. So that was a big project she did for us. She also went through microfilm for the last couple of years and pulled up any articles about the library so that we could add them to our files about library activities. Well, when Yolanda first came to us, she was very shy and didn't speak very much. And as time went by, it was kind of a pleasure to see her kind of loosen up and talk a little bit more and become more comfortable around the library and around the staff. And I think by the time she left, she'd overcome a lot of that shyness and felt more comfortable in a work situation. We had her work with summer reading program logs. When those were turned in, she kept track of our statistics for us and how many books all the children read and added that all up for us. That we really enjoyed working with Yolanda, that she was very quick to learn. You only had to tell her one time how to do something. She was a very diligent worker. I had to remind her to take a break. She was always here on time and dressed professionally for the job, and that we really would recommend her for pretty much any position because she is such a good worker.
The girls at the ISD completed their tasks for the summer. Here's Janet Selleck with how she thought the girls did.
They really helped out quite a bit in collating and putting together binders. We always have multiple binders that have to be put together for various conferences and workshops. And they helped in the kitchen. They did a lot of kitchen work as far as putting together trays of crackers and fruit bowls, and I showed them what needed to be done for different workshops and then let them run with it. They came, first of all, very unsure of themselves, and working with me and some of the other staff here, they became very self-assured. And knowing what it takes to be professional on a job. They went back to school. In fact, school starts next week, and they made the comment to me, we feel so much more confident about getting a job now that they have worked in a professional setting. I think the experience definitely makes for better employees, so when they go out into the community, they will know what is expected of them, how to act and dress professionally, how to speak professionally, and I think that in itself really benefits the community. Going away gave us all a little card with their picture on it and a thank you, because they really appreciated the experience and we appreciated them and having them here.
MDOT is our newest addition to the Summer Youth Program. We caught up with them this week to give you guys a look at what they do.
We weed whack along guardrails. We did along the on and off ramps on the expressway.
What we do usually is we take the weed cutters and chop off the stuff that have big stalks, it's heavy, it's hanging over the railing, the vines and all that, and then we go back over it with a weed eater and clean it completely down so it's all nice and clean and good looking. And then we're going to start, we get all this done, we're going to start all over and start picking up trash. This is a little different because these are younger kids that I'm used to working with, but they got a good head on their shoulders and they take direction well. It's a pleasure to work with them, really. They work hard.
We put the road work ahead sign up and set cones up along the white lines. Make sure we're wearing our orange vests and safety glasses and steel toe boots.
It's a great thing to have happen. Our state is really terrible and down on work. We're out of jobs everywhere. This gives these kids some direction. It gives them some work experience. You know, be on time, you know, be punctual, follow directions, and it gives them a paycheck.
This makes everything look a lot nicer and gives us kids a job.
Ionia Public Schools also finished up last week. We stopped by Boyce to talk to the principal, Stacy Bovey. She said the grounds looked wonderful. She was very impressed with what they accomplished and how inviting the school looks. She also says the summer youth program is great. It gave the youth of the county a job and taught them responsibility. Plus, they were able to get a lot done at Boyce that they wouldn't have gotten done otherwise. She would love to see this program again and says it was a great way to stimulate the economy.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for our updates on the Commission on Aging and our Lions team.